So I'll be showing you how to replace a cracked or broken screen on a Toshiba Satellite C655. First thing to do is remove the power by shutting down the computer, moving the power source and also the battery from the back. Unlocking it, sliding it up. This model is a C655 Delta-Sierra 5126 system. What we'll do then is we'll go ahead and we'll remove the decorative stickers or covers from the top or the four corners. I've already done that. And then we'll also remove the 4 screws from the 4 corners, which I've also already done. Once the screws have been removed, you take a small flat screwdriver or a sharp or a pointed device, and between the screen and the back, and just kind of stick it in there on the corners and then twist, which will pry off the screen. And you do that all the way around. Same thing along the front. Now, you can go ahead and you can pry up lightly the plastic covers to go around the hinges. But be careful so that you don't break the frame. And then you can remove the frame and set it off to the side. Next, you'll want to do is you're going to want to remove the two screws from the bottom of the hinges, which is what holds the hinges to the back of this panel. You could bypass that by just removing the 6 black screws, 3 on both sides, and unplugging the wire. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to remove the back panel to prevent anything from breaking. Go ahead and take your monitor, hold it closed. You'll see on the back you'll have the wires that are needed to be unplugged, or the connector. I believe this is a 40-pin connector. So you just pull up the tape, grab a hold of the wire, and it should come off fairly easily. Last you'll do is you'll take the 6 screws out that I mentioned earlier, 3 on each side. And then you should be able to remove your glass. Of course, you want to dispose of that properly. Once you receive your new glass that you order, it will come with the protection shield on it, and it will also have the 40-pin connector. You can compare your 2 model numbers on the back if you wish. Make sure that they're the same units. What you'll do is you turn around and you'll put you'll remove the protective shield or protective cover from it, and you'll place it back in the way that it was, or the way you found it. Okay, I'm going to start with putting in the 6 screws. on the sides. One thing that I usually try not to do is I try not to tighten down the screws right away. That'll allow you to get all the screws started properly and be able to make it so you can move or adjust the screen if needed to align the screws up correctly. So once the one side is tight, or once the one side has got all three screws attached to it, I will tighten them down, and then I'll move to the other side. Once they're all lined up, we'll go back and we'll tighten them all securely. Then we'll take the unit and open it up with the hinges. Oh, I'm sorry. We need to connect the wire connector. A little 40-pin connector that should just slide in there, and then put the tape back over the top of it. What you'll do next is you'll open up the screen like you would normally. And what we're going to do is we're going to attach the two bottom screws that we removed earlier to the screen to hold the back plate on. One thing else you want to make sure is make sure that the wires that are running from the monitor to the system board are not kinked or pinched, and will be covered back up by the plastic or decorative shroud. Once you have those two screws in, you get your decorative shroud again. You place that back over the top. I like to do the hinge covers first. You can go ahead and kind of pry those back around on both sides. Careful not to break it. They will flex. And then you'll go ahead and you'll snap down the cover or the sides as you need to. Of course, to be careful so that you don't break your newly installed screen. We'll replace the 4 screws and the decorative covers. We'll reinstall the battery, lock it back in place, provide power, and it should power on with no damage. Thank you very much for watching.